Well, here we go, YouTube world. First video attempt for YouTube. We'll see how it goes. I'm hoping I don't have to do too much editing or takes and everything, because I want this to be as real as possible, which means that hopefully if people even care to watch or listen, that they'll see me in my life doing it transparently, and the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I don't want to spend too much time trying to be something I'm not. So let me start off with there. I want to say I'll probably just go by Mrs. J, and that would be my introduction. I am a wife of, going on July 4th, I believe, will be 23 years. That'd be really bad if I got it wrong. I'll let you know, but I'm not going to do the math right now because that'd be weird. But I'm also a mom of 2 kids. I have a 20-year-old son, and then I have a 15-year-old daughter. My 20-year-old son moved out once and discovered that it is expensive, and so he decided to move back home and is now saving money to now have his own place. So I think that's good for him. I love having him back. It's great. I don't see him a lot. He works a lot and he commutes to work. So, and he's got a girlfriend. So you know how that is, 20-year-olds. And my 15-year-old daughter, she's great. She, of course, lives at home. She keeps me on my toes, as all female teenagers usually do to their mothers, but I love her dearly. She's a sweet soul, and I hope throughout this YouTube channel that I'll be able to get glimpses of her in it as well, if she lets me, because again, she's a teenager, so I hardly ever get pictures with her, more or less, in a video. So we'll see how that goes. But again, I want to keep this as real as possible, and that's my goal, is to see if my family will let me kind of film us in bursts, I guess, moments, and maybe things we could talk through. It would be good information to pass along, maybe things that people are struggling with. I think we all struggle with a lot of the same things. We think we could all learn from each other on how to handle things better. And so I'm always up for also any advice that people have. I just ask that people be positive. And I know there's a lot of haters out there. There's nothing we could do about that. I think every YouTube channel is going to have them. I respect people and their opinion. I've tried really hard. I have YouTubers that I follow and I love and adore. And even if I don't agree with some of the stuff they may say, I always still respect them. And I always still treat them with love and kindness, because I think ultimately that's what everybody deserves, no matter what you believe. We all need to be respected. So I hope I could get the same regards as you watch my videos to come in the future. Just ask for respect and love. You don't have to agree with what I say. And I don't have a knowledge base or a degree in psychology or anything like that. You know, I'm just figured I'd give some tidbits of things I've learned along the way as a wife, a mother, a friend, a co-worker, you know, anything, just life stuff. So I thought maybe we could just kind of go down that journey together and learn and grow together. I currently don't work. I'm not going back to work. I have some physical disability stuff. I also suffer from PTSD. Maybe we'll get into that later on down the road. Maybe not. I'll just have to see how I feel. It is like our first date, so I'm not going to reveal too much. Who reveals too much on their first date? And see, my daughter's already coming in, throwing off my whole first video. So, hold on. What, babe? You have to say something. You can't just stand there. See what I said, 15-year-old daughter? That's what I meant. She's just going to test me here. You're going to come in? No. I'm trying to do my very first video. It's my introduction. Come in. There she is. Hello. She's about ready to go to track practice. And I'm assuming you want me to take you, or can Dad take you?
I'll walk.
No, you're not walking.
I'll have Dad take me.
You sure? Yeah. So yeah, she does hurdles and track and sprints, and I love her. So it depends on the day if she loves me back, but she's great. So that was my first hiccup in my first video, and I'll probably just leave it because, like I said, I don't want to edit a bunch of stuff and have this look like it's not authentic or real, because I want to be all about being real in my family. And I think honestly it will also help force us to behave in a way that we claim we behave. It will help us to be not hypocritical in our way that we handle ourselves as spouses or parents or friends, all of which I believe we all have great advice to others on how to handle those things. And sometimes in our own life, we tend to just let those things go out the door. Me guilty, 100%. I think my biggest area I need to work on is probably with my husband. I tend to have more patience for everybody but my husband. So that is one area that I'm hoping that I will continue to grow in, is showing him the love, the respect, and the patience that he deserves, because he's a great guy. So anyway, yeah, so pretty much that's my introduction to you guys of who I am. I am in my late 40s. I don't think I need to say exactly how old, but I am in my late 40s. So we'll start from there again. First date, guys. Come on. Don't ask me to reveal too much. It's our first date. Let's ease into this relationship and learn about each other as we go. It will make it a lot more interesting anyway. So I think the reason for this channel, I was thinking about this morning as I laid awake for a long time, because it kind of just hit me. This is something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I just have kept myself from doing it. You know, I have all the hangups everybody else does. For one, just being on camera. It took me forever to hit the video button, because I'm like, once I hit that video button, it's going to start recording, and it doesn't matter what I look like, how dumb I look, or the lighting, or whatever. It's all going to be out there for everybody to see. Just like my glasses keep falling and driving me crazy, but I can't see the video very well without them. Otherwise, I would take them off. But I think one of the reasons we hold back from doing something like this is because of the lashback that you could get from other people, the negativity, because I see it on other people's YouTube, and it just breaks my heart because, again, you don't have to agree with somebody. You don't have to, well, yeah, you just don't have to agree with somebody. You don't have to decide every attribute or everything that they believe in has to mesh with yours. It's great that we all think differently. It's great that we have diversity, and we just got to give people the respect and the love they deserve for those beliefs. And that's all I'm asking for. And I think I have a strong enough backbone to be able to handle if somebody decides they're just going to be a little stink butt on my channel. Hope that's not you, because you don't need to be a stink butt. But I think I could handle it. I wouldn't be doing this otherwise if I thought I couldn't. I care more about helping others than I do about people wanting to be nasty to me on YouTube. So, you know, I hope you refer from your nasty comments. I already know what all my hangups are. I already know about all of my physical flaws. There's nothing you can tell me I already know. I know I have a big forehead. I have freckles. I have sunspots from when I got into my 40s from not taking care of my skin and wearing sunscreen like I should have when I was younger, because I didn't burn. So why wear sunscreen? The old adage that everybody always says. But, you know, I'm not as fit as I used to be. I mean, there's so many things that I could go on about. So I don't need you to point them out. If you feel better for pointing those things out to me, then have at it if that's what makes you feel better. But I already know what all my flaws are. I don't need other people to tell me what they are. So I just wanted to be transparent on this channel. Again, like I mentioned before, I want us to all learn, grow, laugh, cry together, share funny stories together. Hopefully we could also learn about deeper issues. I'll have to kind of feel that as we go. You know, I don't want to be political on this channel. That's not what this is about. We already have so much division in our world today. I don't want to create more division. I want to find ways to unify us, because we are all people. We all bleed red, and I want that to be our focus, is what unifies us, not what separates us. So I will probably avoid a lot of topics just because some people can't help themselves. I know as time goes on, we might come across some topics that I might dive in a little bit, maybe a little general answer or something like that. But I probably won't get too into depth anything, because again, you know, people could easily take away the negative or the division and not listen to the message. So I really want to unify us and not divide us. So if I avoid certain topics or discussions, that's why. It's only because I love and respect people, and I just don't want to give people a reason to hate more than they already do today. So I know, like with this, I was kind of thinking along the lines like when my kids were little and I did baby books for them. I filled out their baby books completely, all their big moments and whatnot. And even after I filled out the baby books completely, I felt like there's still so much of their life left that we're going to have big moments, all the way into their teens and young adults or whatever. So I bought papers that goes with their baby books. I've filled out, papers and papers and pages and pages and pages full of the things they've done in their life. But they're usually like accomplishments, first moments, dating, those kind of things. And it's not a lot of the real moments, the moments of, you weren't really nice to mom today, or you weren't really nice to dad today, and you really hurt my feelings. And, kids don't really understand how bad they could hurt a parent's feelings until they have their own children. So I didn't write a lot of that. There was a couple times I did where, as a mom, I've been hurt. And I feel like I've been hurt deep enough where I feel like I almost kind of need to put that in a baby book so they could look back one day and be like, oh, I was kind of a stinker. And I think it'd be good for them to see that. But I didn't want to do that all the time. I wanted their baby books to really be something that they could really look at, laugh with their spouses, laugh with their children, have a good time with. So I thought that this is kind of like an extension of that, where I wish I would have done it a long time ago when the kids were young. But I think I have enough intact memory where I could go back and be like, this is kind of what I did with my kids for this, that, and the other. Yeah, I agree this was kind of the right choice, or maybe I wish I would have done it differently. I want to have those kind of discussions where I could look back and be like, yeah, I kind of screwed up here, but I think I really won big here, and this is how I feel like it's paid off with my kids today. But now, with one being 20 and the other one being almost 16, I'm kind of getting started much later, but I think I still have some important things that we could go through in life together with the ages that they are now, especially with my 15-year-old daughter, because having a 15-year-old daughter has definitely been much different than having a 15-year-old son. So I could also go into depths about that. So I just thought this would be a good channel to kind of not only go over those kind of things, but also like just day-to-day activities, life topics, talk about getting older or body image, skincare. I have notes. If you see me looking down, that's why, because my memory is that of a later in life 40-year-old, very close to 50. So my memory is not great, so I had to write a few notes down, some things I wanted to make sure I touched base in the introduction, but memory being one of them as well. We're all kind of struggling with that when you get up to a certain age, but maybe ways that could help the younger ones to protect their memory now, especially with cell phones, because their attention is very short spanned. So that doesn't really help for a long-term healthy memory of your brain. So, and if I mumble my words, I apologize. If I don't use the right word, I apologize. I'm not here to impress anybody with intellect. I'm not here to make myself sound super smart, because I'm not. And I get confused easily. It's part of my PTSD. I have trouble with memory because of age and PTSD. So I'm sorry. I'm who I am and I can't change it. So if you want to make fun of me for it, it's on you. But I will mess up from time to time. Again, I don't want this to be perfect video, so I won't be like changing a bunch of things and stopping and recording. I am who I am. You either accept me or you don't. I'm wearing makeup today, which, by the way, we will not see very often. I figured I would try to, sorry, my mom's calling, so I'm gonna stop that call real quick. I want to be as transparent as possible, and so I will wear makeup from time to time, because I do wear it from time to time, but a lot of times I don't. So we're just gonna have to get over that too. I mean, I don't care if you think I'm beautiful. My husband thinks I'm beautiful, so that's really all that matters. Again, I'm not here to try winning people over by looks. I'm here to be real with people, to help people, to love on people, to respect people, and to give people hope, because everybody needs hope, and that's what I'm here for. So it's not about body image. It's not definitely about how I look. I want us to be able to talk about parenting, about being a wife, about being a friend, a coworker, when I was working, just being a friend. Also, like, one of the big things I want to do on this channel is random acts of kindness. I believe, strongly believe, that kindness matters. Kindness changes your heart for the good. And it also, I mean, statistics show, I won't give you numbers because I'll have to look them up, but I've heard them like on radios and stuff like that, that people who give more, who have a positive attitude, they live longer, they're healthier, they're less stressed. And I need that as much as possible in my life, just from dealing with PTSD on a daily basis and anxiety and depression, all that, which we could cover later on in the conversations and YouTube discussions. Just again, the first date, guys. Can't reveal it all right now, but I need to feel like what I do and why I get out of bed in the morning matters. And I know my family tells me I matter, and I love and appreciate them so much for that. But I feel like our job here on earth is to matter more. We need to matter more than just mattering to our family. There's so many people out there that need somebody to love on them and to be seen and heard. And I'm hoping that we could go down that path and talk about that as well on Kindness Matters and what that looks like. So today I did another video, and I'll probably post it at some point after this video because I want this to be my very first video as is the introduction. But I have a friend, and she's not even like a super great friend. I don't know her very well, to be honest. My husband worked with her husband at one point, and they bought our old house that we had built. And so I just kind of know her that way, but I know a little bit about their story and their family. And I found out from her that one of the situations they were going through is taking a lot of, what would I say, like, it's just a hardship for them that they're really struggling with to wrap their head around. And I think that when somebody's going through that, I know when I went through hardships, that it just helps to know you're not alone. I mean, you might not understand what they're going through, and I really don't understand what they're going through. I've never been in the situation that they're in, but just to know that when you're miserable in your misery and you're trying really hard to find the positive in it, and you're really trying hard to find the path that you need to be on, it's nice to know that everybody's not going on with their life all happy and joyful and you're not even thought about. So I really wanted her and her husband to know that I pray for them all the time. I think about them all the time. My heart hurts for them, like really hurts for them, because I couldn't imagine what they're going through. And I feel like people need to know that. People need to know that from time to time, that they're not just alone in their four walls and they're living a life and nobody has a clue how much pain they're in. And I really wanted them to know that I don't know the pain, but I feel pain for them, and it hurts me, and I think about them and I pray about them. So I took over a card and some flowers and just left it at the door, and then texted her later and told her she just might want to check her front door. I didn't want to knock on the door and be like, here, look at me, I'm giving you a gift. She still knows I got her the gift, which is fine. My point isn't to be like, look at me, I did something kind for you. My point is, and this is what I want others to start doing as well, which I'm hoping through my channel that people will start doing, that is, they say, like, especially in the Bible, they say, one part of the Bible will say, you should do good for others and whatnot, but the other part is like, you should keep it secret. If you're going to do something kind, keep it secret, because in heaven you'll be rewarded. And that's all great, and I totally, that's amazing. But where I kind of differ from that a little bit in that thinking is, so many people in the world, I don't think all of it's intentional, they just kind of get used to their life and how it's going, and they tend to get very comfortable in their world, and they kind of forget that other people in their world also are there. So I want to help by my actions to show people that they too could step out of their comfort level in their life, and they could help make a difference in other people's lives. So unfortunately, the only way I could really do that is by demonstrating it with my life, which I'm putting out publicly, only because I want other people to start doing it. Not that I want the attention on myself. I truly don't. I just want other people to do kind things. And sometimes they just won't, unless they see how easy it is. And they see, oh, I could have done that. That's not so bad. And so I'm hoping that by me doing little things, it doesn't have to be a lot. I know a lot of people don't have a lot of money, and I think that shouldn't matter. I mean, if you only write a card even if you don't have a card, you just make a card and just leave it at a door, or you see somebody who needs help with their groceries, or you see somebody struggling to find their spot in the parking lot and you want to give them a hand and help them find their car. I mean, my goodness, there are so many things you could do to matter. Give somebody the parking space that they're clearly seeing that they want over you. Let them have it, you know? I mean, just little things that they really needed. Buy somebody a coffee who's in front of you or behind you in the line at your local coffee place, or what, maybe a donut or whatever. They really could have used it that day. I mean, there's so many little things, and if we all think about it, we all probably waste enough money that we could find a few dollars to do something that could mean the biggest difference to somebody else. So that's another thing I want to do on this show, I don't even know, channel. Again, see, I'm not going to correct it. I don't know the proper word to use this, but I just want us all to make a difference, because I feel like, especially in the world we live in today, people need to know that they're loved, they're cared for, they are valued. More than anything, I want people to know they're valued. It doesn't matter what you believe. Just respect people's beliefs, even if they're not the same as yours, because we are all important and we all have a reason to be here. So I just really want to make sure that we could try to unify each other and not have more reasons for division. So yeah, maybe we can even talk about exercise and diet and traveling. People who deal with like chronic pain, that's something I deal with as well. You know, so I thought maybe we could even have a discussion sometime about dealing with chronic illness or pain or those kind of things. So yeah, I know my video is like 21 minutes and I don't even really know how long these kinds of things are supposed to be. I really have a lot of research to do, but I just want to get the video done, because if I didn't get it done, I would never do it. So I got the first video out there. I was going to show you my dogs, actually. I have 2 dogs too. I forgot to mention them in my introduction. Chance, come here. So Chance is my male. Come here, up, come here. He's an Australian Labradoodle. Come here. Come here, up, come here. Come here, come on. My goodness, don't be lazy. Come here, up. Come here, look, can you see him? This is Chance. He's about 6.5 years old. Yes, hey buddy. He's a good boy. They're both mama's dogs. Chiffon. I think my other dog actually slipped out when my husband came in. Oh, there she is. Come here. Come here. Come look at the camera. Look. This is Chiffon. She's my female. And she's she's a 1.5 years, and she will be used for breeding. He was a breeding dog too. We had them both under a guardianship program. So with breeder we got them from, we got them where they have breeding rights to them for so many years, and then after they're done with breeding rights, then the doggy is ours. So we pretty much are theirs. We take care of them. We do all this stuff for them. It's just that once they're done with their breeding, then we have them completely 100%. So she's great. Chance is super kind of timid, a little bit passive, very loyal, not a huge cuddler, but always like laying across my lap and whatnot. She is a cuddler. She'll literally flop down on me and just lay with her nose in my neck, and she cuddles with me every morning. It is the sweetest thing ever. She is a little sweetheart. She'll be having her first litter in September. But yeah, they absolutely are so precious. Australian Labradoodles. I recommend them if you want them. They are sweet, sweet, sweet breeds. Hey, baby. And she loves to lick ears, and she loves to lick your neck. So she's a little lover. But so yeah, it's been great hanging out with you guys. I hope you guys will have an amazing day, and hope you know that you're valued and you're loved. And I look forward to us getting to know each other. And thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I know it was rather long. I'm not sure how long the future videos will be. I'll try to keep them shorter. That way they're not as boring. I'm sorry if you found this boring, but I just really feel like the introduction was really important. So anyway, thank you so much, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Remember to be you, be true to you, and go out and do some acts of kindness for other people. Bye.